Well, now, I would like you to do this before you receive the January salary. I'm actually making this video on the 12th of January. We are literally 3 days shy away from the half of the month, or should I say 15 days of the year. Now, see, before you receive any payment, there's some steps that you need to follow. And on this particular video, I'm going to share with you what you're supposed to do before you receive that January salary. And you can actually use this concept, this idea, to apply it with respect to any other month that will come from today. This does not mean that whatever I'm going to share here actually applies only for January, so you're going to apply it next year. No, 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 no. You can actually take this concept, you can, what do you call it, replicate it throughout the year, and that can actually do something great in your life. This is Good Joseph. In case you're watching me for the first time, I talk about investment, money, savings, and anything related to that. And I upload, can you imagine this? I upload a video each and every day by the grace of God. So you don't want to miss any good video by doing what? Go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel. What does it mean? By the way, I always tell you guys subscribe. What exactly does it mean? See, that small button written subscribe, that small thing in black, hit that magical button, turn that notification bell. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your eyeballs. Let's get into business now. Here we are. See, before you receive that January salary that is coming in, January is usually full of, in Kenya, people tend to say, hey, January is is the longest month, people are, away from holiday. They've actually used a lot of money. Others have actually school things and what have you. So you're in sort of a cash crunch and what have you. See, this is what I want you to do, okay? Because what you will do in this particular January will actually matter a lot. What will actually transpire throughout this year. Number one, number one, before you receive that, reflect on your goal, on your this year goals. Reflect. Just sit down and be like, hey, I know you've already written your what do you call them? The resolutions, yeah? Go ahead and reflect and ask yourself, okay, fine. Hey, come on. What did I say this particular year? What is my goal? For example, if you, from my WhatsApp group, our goal on MMF is actually hitting 250 Gs or 250,000 savings in that particular money market fund. Investing, okay? Now, if that is the goal, and by the end of this particular January, 50,000 is coming in. 50,000 is coming in, okay? This is your salary. Let's say it's your net salary. People tend to ask me, hey, see net, do we do deduction? Some things you just assume them, okay? I've already deducted those deductions and what have you. Let's say you get that net of 50,000, okay? Now, the point is, how will this 50,000 help you be the stepping stones to actually hit that ultimate goal that you have in this particular year of 250,000? You get what I'm saying? So the first question or the first thing that you're supposed to do is to reflect on your thesis. Listen, do you know why it is hard for you to actually save money? Let me use the term save, though nowadays we don't say we invest. See, do you know why it's hard for you to actually save money? Because you are goalless. You are goalless. You don't have a goal. You don't have a defined specific goal. So it becomes hard for you. So anything that you have in your pocket is seemed as an excess. Okay, what am I saying? See, when you have money in your pocket, and that money is not committed, definitely is an idle money. And when it's idle money, then it's like aiming to nothing. And remember one thing, somebody said, like, the moment you aim for anything, you always hit the target. See, you have the money in your pocket, the money is not dedicated, the money is not committed, therefore that money can be used in anything. But when you're operating on goals, you know very well, I need 250,000 at the end of the year. That means I need to save around how much? See, like talk of 20 something thousand or something of sort. So let's give a rough figure of 21,000. See, you need to save each and every month 21,000. Okay, now ask yourself, I'm about to receive 50,000, and based on the goal that I have, I need to save 21,000 each and every month. Okay? Amazing. Now, see, if I dedicate or if I deduct 21,000 from this 50,000, I'm going to remain with how much, guys? I'm going to remain with 29,000. I'm remaining with 29,000. Now, the question is, this 29,000, remember, there are some things that are constant. We call them the recurrent expenditure. These are things that you spend your money on each and every month. You have yourself a rent. Let's say the rent gobbles down 15,000, or maybe let's say rent gobbles down 10,000, or whatever the amount of money it is anyway. Then you ask yourself, if I was to deduct 21,000 to that savings, then I remain with 29,000. 29,000, I deduct the 10,000, I'm remaining with 19,000. I need to do myself the transport. I need to do a little bit of black tax if they are there. I need to as well go ahead and check out on the, food, school fees, shelter, and other things, utilities, and what have you. So you see, the moment you do that, you realize, oh my goodness, 50,000 is quite a bit constrict. I mean, there's a bit small amount of money to actually operate on. Then you ask yourself, is the goal that you're having a bit realistic? Because the moment you realize that you cannot hit your goal, you only adjust three things. One, you can adjust the time when you want to achieve that. Say you are aiming for 250 in this particular year, you realize you can't hit it. You can aim it at, say, 1.5 years, or say 2 years or something of sort. So you adjust the time. Two, you can actually see, only a fool doesn't change his mind. True or not true? The other thing you can actually adjust is the goal itself. You can be like, sure, can hit the 250 realistically, but I can hit, say, 200. See, you can adjust from 250 to 200. Then from 200, then you can actually say, hey, I'm supposed to save, like, say, 18,000, if 32,000 will mean a lot to you. Or you can be like, you know what, I can ultimately do what? Change the amount of money that I'm saving. Okay, see, now you can actually adjust yourself based on those three things. Now see, when you reflect on the goal that you have and the money that is coming in, the amount of money that you need to pay, therefore it tells you whether that will be a bit realistic. You know why people usually fail? You receive your first month salary, or you receive your month salary, and then this is 50,000. Then you realize, hey, guess what, I'm gonna throw in 10,000. You've never even taken time to ask yourself, if the status quo was to remain, if I was to commit 10,000 throughout the year, 10, 10, 10, 10, I'm having 120,000. That is less than half of what I'm supposed to be having based on the resolution that I wrote. And the moment you realize that, guess what happens now? You actually go ahead and give up and be like, 250K cannot be achieved, it's not a realistic goal. And that is exactly how you've realized that the years are piling up without you having anything. So the first thing that you should do is to reflect on this year's goal. And that's why I said at the beginning of this year, I said, have yourself a realistic goal. What we are having is a challenge. A challenge is not something that you do with comfort. Listen, when we say it's a challenge, don't tell me, hey, Joseph, I can comfortably save 20,000. No, we are not talking about you saving comfortably. We are saying challenging yourself, stretching yourself, sacrificing for the next 365 days. See, now the first thing you do is to reflect on your goal of this particular year. Are we together? Number two, what you do when it comes to, before you receive this year or this month's salary, is to do what we call check out on your budget. Check out on your budget. Are we together? Check out on your budget. How is it? How does it look like? What does it say? What does it say? What goes where? And when does it that what goes? Are we together? See, it's like you want to embark on a road trip. Of course, what do? If you have a car, you go to your mechanic, you check the oil change, the filters, the air filters, you check everything to do with the fueling, you check the status of the wheels of that particular car, you check out all the security to make sure that all the necessary tools that are there in that particular thing. You actually embark on that overhaul lookout of your vehicle to see whether everything is in place before you embark on that particular road trip, especially if it's a long one. Are we together? The same case happens before you embark on the saving at the end of the month. When you get that particular amount of money, go back to your budget, because I always tell people knowledge increases each and every day. What you had or what you knew yesterday and today, of course, things changes, things. And how can I say it? You see, when you are an adult, but the reason why they call you an adult is the ability to comprehend that the most predictable thing about life is unpredictability. We really don't know. See, when we save, when we invest, when we do this, we as human beings, we don't have the ability to know how the tomorrow will be, even the next minute how will be. See, I'm making this video with an assumption that I'll be here to upload it. Are we together? See, me uploading this video, it's how can I say, me assuming that I will upload this video or believing that I will upload this video, it's a part that I cannot control myself. It is out of my control. So, but making this video, I can control making this video. Like I can decide to or not to make this video. Are we together? I hope I'm making sense on that. See, when you actually check on the current budget that you have, it tells you, hey, well, I had said that I would like to save something. Let's say has just cropped up. Hey, I said I'll be saving 10,000 per month. I realized, oh my goodness, I think I've cut some costs there. I can actually make it at 12,000. I can actually make it at, say, 9,000. Hey, 1,000 has actually arisen, a need has arisen, and something of sort. See, check out on the budget that you had pre-written, and it's out there. Check out on it and its workability. Keep on reflecting, keep on checking on it, keep on checking, so that's to know whether you're moving or heading on the right direction. That way will help you to know whether the budget or the money that is about to come, you can actually channel it towards the other thing. The other thing that you do immediately or before you receive this January salary is to simply ask yourself, well, am I living below, above, or within? What does it mean? Am I living within the means? Should I say your lifestyle? Check out on your lifestyle, okay? When you check out on your lifestyle, you ask yourself, am I living within, below, or above? What does it mean? Of course, when you say within, below, or above, we are reflecting on the amount of money that you earn in a month. See, when you say, are you living within your means? Most of the people will tell you, hey, you know it's good to live within your means. See, living within your means, to me, I interpret it as, say you earn 50,000, you earn 50,000 a month, and then your expenses in a month is 50,000. I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's great. You see, you're living within your means, but see, you're saving zero. Now, this is when we say you have a what? A zero cash flow. Zero cash flow. You have no cash flow. You have something, you don't have anything in excess. Now, you ask yourself again, hey, do I live below? See, living below is when you earn 50,000, but your expenses in a month is 35,000. Then you have 15,000 extra. This is when we say you're living on a positive cash flow. Are we together? And then we have the last part, which one is reserved for the special people. You usually find somebody is earning 50,000 in a month, and the guy is living at 55,000 in a month. Guess what happens now? You have, again, you have zero. You actually don't even have zero. You have negative zero. I don't know. You have negative 5,000 actually. This is when we say you live in a negative cash flow. This means that you are living above your means. Living according to, say you earn 50, you use 50, you live within your means. Below is when you actually spend less than what you make, or which is very wise, by the way, because people tend to say, hey, you know what, if you earn 50,000, look ways on how you can actually make more than 50,000 so that you can have more to earn. And actually that strategy has actually been proven to have some shortcomings to most of the people. Why? This person who is earning 50,000, if you dare add them, say 15,000 of that, now they're earning 65,000. Guess what happens now? Don't think that now you're helping them to save more or invest more. No. What happens, they actually go back to their lifestyle and look for the areas where they can change. You find somebody, maybe say he was living in one bedroom where he was paying, say, 8,500. And I'm throwing random numbers. Are we together? 8,500. You find the guy has actually shifted to a one that is 11,500, you know, because he has been admiring that neighborhood. And then the next minute you add them another 15,000 because they are very good workers. Yeah. You give them 8,000 per month. And then they're like, oh my goodness. Now, do you know what, darling? Say if they're married. Hey, we can actually manage to go to that 20,000. You know, it's a very nice compound. Kids have areas to play and what have you. So you tend to think like if you add them more, some will actually save and invest, but you realize that majority will actually up their spending based on how much it's actually coming in. So every time you're closing the gap, there is a between the expenses, another income comes in, you close the gap, you close the gap. So you realize you're actually saving nothing. And then when we say you're actually living more than you're actually earning, say when you're living above your means. So ask yourself whether your lifestyle falls within these three things. And let's say you're employed, having to make an extra cash can be possible, absolutely. And at the same time as well, it can actually be a bit hard, depends on the availability. Okay, now you can actually live below your means, you create some surplus, and then you invest the surplus. That is how you can actually make more. See, what I've actually done there, you reflect on three things. Reflect on your goals, check on your working budget, on the budget that you actually prepared, and I'm assuming the budget that you have is a realistic one that is actually customized. See, this question people ask me, hey, what percentage of money should I save in a month? I can't tell you 10, I can't tell you 20, because this should be mirrored by the goal that you have. It is specific. There's someone who will save only 5% of their salary and they are good, they're on the right track. Somebody will actually save, for example, I mean, if you ask me, somebody who is, say, not married, single, you know, you got a job somewhere, and then you're saving 5%, it's a bit wanting. But if you can save even, say, half of that, that would be great. Again, it depends. You can't be actually single, but you have a lot of responsibilities back at home. Okay, so now the point is this should be customized based on your own way or the thing that can actually help you. Anyway guys, guess what, that is exactly what you do, how would you use, so that at least you can be on the right track as far as the saving, investing your money is concerned. And this is Gidi Joseph. As always, I make a video a day for you to make sure that we learn from each other. I do believe that as well I can learn something from you. That's why I always encourage you, hey, leave me a comment on the comment section, either asking me a question, telling me something, or something of sort. See you there. But don't forget, you can as well grab my number from the description of this particular video. Shoot me a call, let's have a discussion, because when we start talking, hey, we stop fighting. See you there.